I'm Said and welcome back to my channel Said. In today's I'll try to do the gaming features comparison between all these kind of 5 UIs which I got right now, as you can see friends. So usually I'll try to compare the what are the features we do get while gaming, and especially for hardcore gamers. So what are the things are must for the gamers? That is what I'm going to explore between all of these 5 different UIs. So recently I started to do this kind of a new series which is a UI comparison features. So make sure to check the playlist friends for more details. So every day if possible I'll definitely do one video which definitely explaining which UI has got what type of features in it. So in today's episode I thought of comparing the gaming features. So let's start with the Samsung's UI, which is the 3.1, and next OnePlus, Oxygen OS, and the Realme UI 2.0, FunTouch OS 1.72, and the MIUI. So in this way we'll be able to figure out which UI is really designed for the hardcore gamers and for keeping the gamers in point of view. That is what my main point in making this kind of comparisons all together. So let's see what are the things still need to be get improved in terms of the UIs. And one more quick note, this video can be the part 1 video. The reason is because in this part 1 I will be just exploring while gaming what are the features you are getting, not in the background. So in the background we need to go into the game launchers separately, Game Turbo and Game Space, and we need to see which UI has got better kind of options. But this main video is a part 1 which I'll be focusing while gaming what are the options you are getting in the Samsung UI in the different UIs, as you can see. So this is what I'm talking about friends, which UI has got better kind of optimization and better kind of options. What are the options it's present? That is what I'm going to explore. This is a part 1. I'll try to do the part 2 exploring in the background in the Game Turbo and Game Space, Game Center, what are the options you are having, additional options. That is what I'm going to do in the part 1. So this is a part 1 video, that is a part 2. So right now in the Samsung phone I'm trying to play this game, as you can see friends. So I'll try to use the same game in other phones as well as an example. I'm ready to start playing the game, and here you do get this kind of launcher which is a game booster, as you can see in the Samsung's Realme UI, in the Samsung's UI 3.1, as you can see. So here you do get the top applications, so where you can actually select one of the application to open in the small window, floating window, as you can see friends. That's another good advantage. And one more thing, this floating window can be resizable. Yes, you can actually resize properly however you want. As you can see, when you can make it really small and you can move wherever you want as well, perfectly done. And if you want to decrease the as you can see the opacity as well, you can even do that. As you can see friends, you can increase and you can decrease. So while gaming in the background you can actually explore this kind of videos in the Samsung's UI 3.1. As you can see, I'm trying to see both touch can be working at same time or not. I think it's kind of working in both phones, it's in both applications at same time. This kind of touch is working actually. That's really good, and the background game is also not stopping at all when I'm trying to do this kind of thing. And let me need to minimize. As you can see friends, right now I did minimize that kind of option as well. Let me need to see whether I can open any other 2 floating windows or not. So I'm trying to maybe let's see the WhatsApp. That's good. I can actually open the 2 floating windows. I think as you can see friends, clearly 2 floating windows I did open while gaming. That's fantastic. Let me try to see whether I can open even more or not. As you can see friends, there are 4 floating windows which you can open in this Samsung UI 3.1. So where you can simultaneously access what kind of floating windows you want. As you can see clearly, they'll definitely open those floating windows. It's perfectly done, as you can see friends clearly. It's really great. That's good. So, but one more thing, we don't usually the gamers, they'll definitely open maybe 1 or 2 windows. That should be fine. So let's explore another thing which is a real-time FPS meter. So in the Samsung we do have this kind of real-time FPS meter, but you need to download another application. So from the Samsung store you need to download it and then you can enable. But even though if you enable, sometimes it's not working. So right now you can see friends, the real-time FPS meter is not working at this point. I'm not sure why. So it used to work. It used to work in the other smartphones before as well, but it's not working right now. But you can see the CPU and the GPU, everything. But for this you need to install another application. So from the Samsung store, only then it will be able to work. It doesn't come by the default. That is another thing which I thought of mentioning. So apart from the floating windows, next is a priority mode, and monitoring the temperature is also option is there, as you can see. So that's also another good advantage, monitoring the memory. And next is battery life increased by 3%. So if I try to tap on this eye icon, you will get this kind of menu which is a game is optimized for the best balance of battery life and the performance and temperature. That's another thing. Let me need to click on the priority mode. I did click on the priority mode turn on. So maybe in the priority mode all the background applications might get closed. As you can see, it's learning your usage, and you can even lock the navigation button, screen lock and screenshot. So if you want, you can download the third-party tools as well, and here you can explore all other applications whatever you want. I set as a shortcut for the floating window. So these are the few useful things which are present in the Realme UI. So I did like only this one option, which is a floating window. Apart from that, I cannot see any kind of screen recording option. So not sure, I cannot see any kind of screen recording option at this point. So that's it, and these are the few details about this complete gameplay interface in the Samsung UI 3.1. There is nothing much interesting, I would say, definitely. So now explore the next UI, which is the Oxygen OS. So let's see, friends, how the Oxygen UI will be managing in terms of the gamer's point of view. That is what I'm going to explore. Let me open the game, which is a gateway to same game I'm trying to open right now. So as soon as you open the game, you'll get this kind of welcome screen, which is a gaming mode on. So as you can see right now, so let's see what will the gaming tools will be there in this kind of mode. So you can just swipe from left or right. You should be able to see it, as you can see. There is no such indication, there is no any kind of bar, any kind of line which says try to swipe it here. So I'm trying to swipe from so many times, but still I was able to detect. As you can see, friends, now we got it finally, and this information is really important, but we don't see any kind of real-time FPS meter which is built into the mobile phone. That is another thing. At least the Samsung UI has got some third-party application from the Samsung store officially, where you can actually use that, but in the OnePlus UI there is no such option where you can actually see the real-time FPS meter. It's not even present. That's the main thing. First, I'll try to check every time that's not there, and second thing, let's check what are the floating windows it's present or not. As you can see, yes, it's present, the floating windows. Is it can you minimize or maximize? I cannot see any kind of options at this point, so I cannot minimize or maximize, I think so, doing this. Let me have to click back. It's gone. That totally I'm not sure how to use this floating window. Let me have to do it again, friends. It's totally frustrating for me. I'm not sure. Even if I try to do it very slowly as well, still I'm not getting that kind of point. Maybe from here, I think so. Yeah, from this point, I think so. Sorry, friends. Yeah. So now let me try to open another application, which is Instagram. No use. I cannot make it small. That's another drawback. So next, you can add another applications as well. Pro gamer mode. There's a option for which shows the temperatures and which shows the battery life. That's also another good thing. And notification text only, you can use this option. Block notification heads up, text only. So notifications are blocked. So mistouch prevention, that's also there. That's good. Screen recording option is there. Rewind screen recording also is there. That's some kind of different. Press to start the last 30 seconds. Game space. That's also another option which is available, and the screen recording option is available. So which is also another there, screen recording, as you can see. And next we do have the pro gaming mode. So if you turn on the pro gaming mode, blocking all the notifications, restricting the background to boost the game, stop the secondary SIM to enhance the network. So these are the options which will be enabled for the pro gamer mode as well. So we did get a couple of useful benefits, like we do have the screen recording option directly, and we did have the 30 seconds of rewinding the screen recording. That is also another benefit for some gamers. So if you miss any kind of shots, if you forget to take the screen recording, then definitely the rewinding screen recording will be helpful for you in that kind of case. And pro gaming mode also is pretty useful to enhance the performance. So these are the quick features in the Oxygen OS device, but particularly I did look for the real-time FPS meter, which is not present in the Oxygen OS. I'm not sure when they are going to implement in the UI. So that's it, friends. This is a quick tutorial on this game toolbar while playing the game. I'm just focused only while playing the game, not background of the game. That is the reason. Let me try to open the Realme UI 2.0. Let's see what's going to happen Realme UI 2.0. So we got this notification saying free up space and all those details as well. That's good. So we do get the small bar. So this is what I'm talking about, friends. So it should be something like this kind of small bar, like an indication. And one benefit is that this notification bar got completely changed. So previously it used to be a slightly big one. Some people, they like the old style on the top instead of covering I think 40% of the screen or 30% of the screen, which completely spoils the game. So there should be on the top, but that's another thing. But we did get this kind of brightness. It's really good useful feature, friends. This is what I like particularly, because so in another UIs there is no such option. In any UI there is no option to increase and decrease the brightness from the game tools, but here we do have. There is only one UI which is providing this kind of brightness. That's good. And on the top you do get the same kind of option, which is a floating notification application. Let me try to open and see whether we can minimize or not, like change the size or not. So we cannot change the size, I think so. Touch and hold. I just want to keep it small. Let me try to keep it small. Let's see whether I can do it or not. So yes, we can do it small. So I'm gonna touch and hold it, and then I need to drop on this small pop-up. So then the WhatsApp will be going on the background, as you can see, friends. So in this way, maybe you will be able to use a couple of applications as well in the background. That's another good thing, where you can use two applications at the same time, and you can type here and done, and the background game is not pausing at all. And you need to tap again and throw it in the floating window in case if you want to do that. They should give this kind of option on the top. If I tap here, there should be 3 options, not touch to hold. That's another thing, which kind of thing. So yep, it's in the floating window right now. Let me try to close it. I closed. So next thing is the real-time FPS meter. So real-time FPS meter we did have in the Realme UI for a very long time. This is not now they implemented. That's fantastic, friends. From the beginning I did like enjoying this kind of real-time FPS meter. So right now you do get the WhatsApp and all the floating and the bullet notifications as well. If you want, you can enable or you can disable. And the speed, opacity, how much you want from the messages, that's other next level customization, I would say. And rejecting the calls as well. Incoming calls will be rejected, and block the notification, screenshot and screen recording as well. That's another good thing. Apart from that, you do get the 4D vibration option. Only few games will be supported with that, not all the games. And touch optimization. So you can increase the touch sensitivity as well. Everything from the small game toolbar, friends. That is what I'm going to discuss. Everything. So you don't need to go with the background or any kind of application. So while you're playing this kind of game, whatever the changes you want to do, everything you can do from here itself. That is what the gamers need. So everything should be instant. That's perfect. And autoplay. So the game will be playing automatically. That's also another good thing. And game focused mode. So where all these kind of things will be happening, as you can see in the games focused mode. Exit. So even this bar also got disabled in the game focused mode. And the performance mode, that's also another good thing. Performance mode, you do have balance, low, and you can select the pro mode, obviously. And side, there's no, apart from that, there's no other options we are getting in this phone. So that's it. These are the few details which we have in the UI. Let's see what are the other UIs are capable of doing more than this or not. But overall, I'm really impressed by one thing, which is a brightness. This can be a really small one, but definitely, friends, it's kind of really useful, I would say. So brightness is another thing, and everything is customizable here itself. You don't need to go to any other application. Let me try to open another UI, which is a Fun Touch UI. So let's see whether the Fun Touch UI will be fun to use or not. Let me try to open the game. So let me try to open the same game which I'm trying to open, which is Getaway 2. So one thing is that the 4D vibrations in this Realme X7 Max is supported in the PUBG game. Yes, while playing PUBG game, you do get the 4D vibrations. So in this game, in the same game, so here you do have the side, all the features, as you can see, friends. Everything is described here. But one thing is that, let me try to open another game, which is Call of Duty. The reason I'm saying Call of Duty, because in the Fun Touch UI, particularly the IQ users, you should try the Call of Duty game. So I'm not publicizing the Call of Duty game or any kind of IQ or any kind of Fun Touch. I'm just saying you that because the Call of Duty game is the one game which is available right now in this UI, which has all the benefits. Yes. So if you know any other game which is applicable for this kind of all the benefits, so make sure to comment below, friends. Definitely I can do that kind of testing. But in this Fun Touch UI, you can in this Call of Duty game, you can use the 4D vibrations, you can use voice changer, you can use game display enhancement, you can use game frame interpolation. All these options are present only in Call of Duty. In other games, if there is 4D vibrations, they will miss with the game frame interpolation. If there is game frame interpolation, they will miss with the 4D vibrations. It's not that consistently in other games, but overall the Call of Duty game is the only one which is really optimized for the IQ7 device. So now let's compare with the other UI. What's the difference? So first, same background calls, everything you can enable, and mute notification, yes, rejecting the calls. I think there is a floating window option as well. I think 3-finger gestures we do have in this phone, so where you can actually select different applications like this, and you can, I think, let me try to minimize. No, you cannot minimize. You can keep in the floor small pop-up, as you can see. Let me try to open multiple. No, you cannot do that. Multiple things only possible in the Samsung UI. That's good. Multiple floating windows. So there's no resizable. Yeah, there is a resizable option. That's fantastic. Yes, there's a resizable. Let me to keep it a small. As you can see, small floating window is going on here. This is about the floating window, and next is about the, let's talk, what is that? I think next should be 4D vibrations. That's another next level customization, friends. That's really, some people they don't like. It's up to their opinion, friends. Definitely, I'm sure, but according to me, I did like enjoying the 4D vibrations particularly. Yes, because of 4D vibration means you do get the vibration from right side and from left side. Yes, not only from one side. Whereas the OnePlus phones, OnePlus 8T and OnePlus 9R and OnePlus Nord, they do have only one side haptic feedback, which is on the bottom. While playing Call of Duty or Asphalt 9 and PUBG, they do get only from the bottom. But this phone has got left and right. That is what it's called, the 4D vibration. That's fantastic. Even the Realme X1 Max and Realme UI 2.0 also has, but right now I am unable to use in the PUBG game. Even if I enable, I cannot get that 4D vibrations in this Realme UI. So next thing, there's another bonus point for the gamers. Next is a voice changer. So voice changer right now is available in the 2 UIs only. At this point of making the video, only 2 UIs, MI UI and this UI. These are the 5 different of the voice. You do get options. That's also another good thing. So 4D vibrations, voice changer and game display enhancement. These where slightly you can enhance the display, as you can see, friends. Little bit colors, little bit, but not much. Little bit, slightly it will become brighter. So that is also available in the MIUI. Another I'll try to explain you. And next is game frame interpolation. So this is where slightly the games will be enhancing little bit in terms of the boosting the frame rates. Little bit, yes, it does work, but I need to do the real third-party FPS meters test using this kind of Call of Duty. So make sure to stay tuned for that video. I'll try to upload maybe today if possible, that kind of same video. So stay tuned for that video, friends, in case if you're interested. But overall, these are the main features, and in the esports mode as well, as you can see, esports mode, that's fantastic. Except one thing, you do have the screen recording and screenshot, except one, which is real-time FPS meter is missing in this FunTouch UI. If it has got the real-time FPS meter, it's really fun to use this for the gaming. Yes, there should be some kind of real-time FPS, something somewhere around here. They can add maybe 3 things. So real-time FPS meter, battery percentage, and maybe the CPU and GPU percentage, something around temperatures, something they can add 3 column. That will be really great. Maybe in the next update they might be able to do that, but I'm not sure. Hopefully they should do. So these are the few highlight things, friends, which is not found in the other phones. Is, I think, game frame interpolation is the one which is not seen in other UIs. That is the one which is unique thing, which is present only dedicatedly in this UI. 4D vibrations is present in Realme UI, and voice changer is also present in MIUI. Display enhancement is also present in MIUI. So let's move to the next UI, which is MIUI 12.5. So right now I'm trying to use the MI11 device, which is the latest MIUI 12, obviously. So let's see what are the options you are getting in this latest MIUI 12.5. So only in the FunTouch UI it's different. In all the UIs, what is it will definitely treat all the games are equal in different UIs. For example, in Samsung, Oxygen, Realme and MI, they treat all the games as same way. Whatever options are available for one game, it will be definitely available for other games. So except the 4D vibrations in the Realme UI, but in the FunTouch UI only 4D vibrations are available for some games, and the voice changer is only available for some games, game frame interpolations for some games. It's not consistently maintaining in every game. That's the one thing where the FunTouch UI is kind of lagging. So next, let's explore what this MIUI 12.5 can actually do it. So it can do a lot better. So yes, friends, this is what I like. Small, it should be this like this. Yes, which should not interrupt any kind of gaming. This is what I like. Previously the Realme UI 1.0 used to be really good, only in the top column. That used to be really good, but now they messed up and they created some big bar which is covering entirely. I did like this kind of small on the top instead of sideways. That's another good thing. And next, there is another floating applications as well, where you can actually use the floating bars similarly like this. I think so. As you can see, friends, you can actually use the floating windows and you can minimize. That's really good. Maximize. It's really great. And if you want, you can close it. And if you want, you can make it as a big as well. And let me try to show you again how to do that. As you can see, try to tap on this arrow mark. You will get all the applications which you install in your mobile phone. Try to tap on that. And now if you want to make it small, just move it to the left side or right side. Let me try to keep in the middle. You cannot keep in the middle. Other phones, other UIs, you can actually keep anywhere you want, any position. But this UI, you cannot do that. I think so. If it is big one, you can do that. But if it is a small one, it goes to the column only. That is another thing which I thought of mentioning. Let me try to close close by swiping. Yes, it's done. Let's move to the another topic, which is clearing the background applications and everything, screenshot, screen recording, yes, and the combos, so which you can actually set predetermined touch inputs, and you can program in that way for particular game. Yes, and there is do not disturb mode and the Wi-Fi, switch SIM cards. That's another good thing. That's another bonus advantage. As you can see friends, from here only you can switch the SIM from SIM 1 to SIM 2 internet access. That's fantastic. And voice changer is also another good advantage. You do have, I think, how many voice changer? Let me try to see. There should be 1 2 3 4 5 voice changer options which are present in this MIUI. That's perfect, and this is where the things will get really interesting. Tap on this one, the colors will become saturated, slightly bright and saturated. As you can see, this is what game display enhancement is. So even in the FunTouch UI as well, same kind of game display enhancement is present. This is a visual enhancement, sorry. So visual enhancement, this is the extra bonus option we do get in this in the MIUI 12.5. So next is casting. You can actually cast and turn off the screen. That's really good. So the things which I like in this UI is particularly the design, which is really great on the top, which gives you a time and all the percentage and everything, all the details what you want. And next thing is, I did like this kind of changing the colors, display colors, as you can see. That's also another good thing I did like. And casting as well, direct option is available to cast. That's also fantastic. And combos, that's also not present in any other smartphone. And switch from SIM 1 to SIM 2 instantly if you try to use 2 SIM cards. So that's really great friends using this MIUI. So final, you do get the real-time FPS, and that's also good. So total friends, in final conclusion is that the UIs which I like is particularly the Realme UI and FunTouch UI and the MIUI. These 3 UIs are kind of really optimized for the better kind of gamers, keeping them in point of view, because these 2 UIs particularly, they do have the real-time FPS meter. That is what the bonus point for these 2 UIs. And the FunTouch UI has got another bonus point, which is game frame interpolation and 4D vibrations and game display enhancement. So this is not designed for this particular phone. This is the phone which I'm trying to use, iQOO 7. So same options are present even in the other phone, which is iQOO Z3 as well. iQOO Z3 also same kind of options is present, same UI. So these are the quick comparison friends, and make sure to comment below what are your thoughts about this UI series comparison. Are you liking it or not? And in case if you want me to do any other comparison similarly like this, so make sure to comment like any other. So definitely I'll try to do the comparison between side by side in same way. And thank you for watching this video friends, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow the playlist every day. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video friends. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.